Okay, this is the walkthrough for checkpoint 3, list and dictionary, and including the bonus questions. So we'll look at question 1 and we'll jump around. I think there's a misorder for some questions. Right, so first question, we're supposed to check list membership. Write a function within list 1, list 2 that takes into list, checks if every element of list 1 is a member of list 2. If so, should return true, otherwise you should return false. Okay, so I somehow didn't put in the name of the function in the template, but let's take it from here, that's fine. Okay, so let's just take it here and then just go to our file over here and put it in. So there's a define in front. Okay, and then put in the test cases as well. Control C, test cases here. Alright. Okay, so let's write this. This one should be quite straightforward. We just need to check every item inside list 1 is inside list 2. So we're going to iterate through list 1 and check whether that item is inside list 2. Okay, so we'll do for Ellie in list 1. Okay, if Ellie in list 2, okay, don't return false, don't return true first. So this one, right, we need to check through every single element in list 1 first, right? So it makes more sense to put this as if Ellie not in list 2, I can show return false. Return false. Else, don't return true yet. Okay, there's no need for else statement here. Get out the loop. Once everything has been checked through, then nothing has returned false and return true. So let's test something. Let's put it in to check. So I'm just going to run it here. I'm not going to bother running the test cases in cosmology. Jupyter. So let's check whether everything's correct. Okay. So should be okay. Oh, list is not defined. Typo. List 1. Alright. So let's just run it again. Submit. Should be okay. Alright. Okay. Let's update this one over here. List 1. Okay. Let's look at question 2 now. Question 2, we modify with mutation. So as opposed to taking a list of integers, return a mutated list of integers that has all the even numbers removed, retaining the odd numbers, right? So this one here, right, we cannot return a new list. So we cannot just, the even numbers don't throw into the new list, odd numbers throw a new list and return new list. It still has to be the same list. Okay, so there are some things we need to take note of. Let's just mark this as Q1 first. Q1, right? That's Q2, right? We're doing Q2, right? So let's do modify list. Alright, so we can do a for loop to iterate, but the thing is that because we're going to be deleting items from the list, right, the numbers will change. So we can't do, for example, for I in range length list, and then we do like if list I, okay, list I is equals to something like that. You can't do that because later, right, once you start to, let's just use this example. Let's just use this one here. Let's just use this. Okay, let's just use list C. Okay, list C here, right, there are 6 items at the start. So this, if you do range length list, right, this number is 6 from 0 to 5 essentially. And what's going to happen is that it will work if you don't delete anything, but as you go and go delete 2, you go delete 4. Then once you come to items 5, once you come to index 4 and 5, right, you're going to have an issue because right now at least only have 4 items. Okay, so you won't be able to do it this way. So we need to use a while loop. So we start with I equals to 0 first. Set I with 0. Then, okay, I should make this a little bit bigger for you. I think I can go almost that bigger as well. Okay, so I'll do is this. So I'll do I equals to 0, and I'll check while I is less than length of the list. Okay, so this will go on until the last item on the list. Alright, it's correct. Let me just double check. I got it really finally. Length list, yeah, right. Okay, so what I'll do is this. So if right now, okay, if the number is even number, so I check for list I modulo 2 equals 0. It's an even number. What I'll do is that I'll delete it. Okay, I'll delete. Okay, so I'll delete list index I. Okay, I use delete for when I want to delete by index. Okay, then once I delete, right, remember all the numbers. Let's say I delete away 2. If I delete away 2, right, 3 will move to 2's position and so on and so forth. So there's no need to advance the counter. Okay, I'll keep I at 1. So I'll just indicate no need advance I. Okay, else, okay, so this is the odd number now, right? I advance I plus equals to 1. Okay, Yeah, returned list. Okay, let's just check using this guy here lah. Okay, so modify to C. Let's see what we get. 135. Okay, so this will work. Let me just copy paste into cosmology to double check. And over here, Control V, and run this one. Submit. Okay, so it seems alright. Okay, so make sure that you don't use a for loop for this question, right? It probably can be done, but it gets very messy lah. Okay, question 3, increasing the values in a simple dictionary. So I have a function called increase by 1, takes in dictionary, modifies it by increasing all values in it by 1. Function should remain all keys unchanged, and finally return the modified dictionary. If dictionary is empty, return it without changing. You may assume that all values in dictionary are just numbers. Okay, so let's just take this one and just put it into here. So this is question 3, Q3. Okay, I'm going to put in the test case as well. So that the test case is here. I got one. Okay, I got one dictionary here. Okay, let's put it in this way. Okay. Then later we check whether it's correct or not. Okay, and equals to this one. It should be correct. Okay. So this is the test case for later. Right? Okay, so let's write this one. This is quite straightforward. So first thing first, I check for dictionary is empty. If empty, just return empty dictionary lah. So if len d equals 0, empty dictionary, right? Return d. Okay. Else, okay, so this one is straightforward. Else for le for key in d key plus equals to 1. Okay, return d. Okay, so that's it, right? So everything iterate through the keys and dictionary, every the matching value just increase by 1. Okay, so just for safety check, just go put the cosmology and run this guy, and then run it, submit. Okay, no issue lah, right? Okay, so this is done. Question 4. Question 4, the looting game really. Okay, so a fantasy game, player's inventory can be represented using a dictionary as shown below. So my bag contains 2 coins, 3 health pots, 5 mana pots, etc. When the monster has been killed, you can pick up the loot. Okay, so the loot here can contain different items. They can be multiple the same items. There are 2 coins and 2 scrolls. Okay, for a player with the above inventory, right, he can add all items above loot into his inventory. Okay, so after which another player will find that this loot is empty. Okay, so let's just copy paste this guy first, alright, and put it into here. This is Q4 B. Q4, alright, put it in. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do. So this is our inventory and this is our loot. So we're going to take every item in the loot and put it into our inventory. Okay, so this one, you can try to pop every item by one, but what I'll do is I'm just going to iterate through every item and then just okay, I think I use word or loop lah. That's fine. Okay, so let's try this now. So let's start with the while loop. Okay, so we check for while bar. So len. Okay, make sure the loot bags are not empty. So be careful, don't hard code for this. This is just a test case, right? So this is the loot. This is your own inventory. So while len items, okay, is larger than 0. Okay, what I'll do is that I'll pop the item. So pop. So let's call it pop one item. Pop. I need to do this in order lah. So it makes it easier. You don't have to do it in order for this question, but later on the subsequent question you have to do it in order lah. So we just might as well do it in order first. Then we can duplicate the code later. Pop item equals to, I want to take out the first one, right? So items dot pop 0. Okay, pop the first one. So then I'll check whether the item is in the dictionary in my inventory now. So I'll do if pop item in inventory, then I just update. So in pop item plus equals 1. Else not inside, right? I'll just create the first entry. So I'll do ev pop item equals 1. Okay, then the end just return in V. Okay, let's just test with this one. So this is add in V, my bag, and ballot loot. Okay, let's run this, and we should get it to be correct. Let's just check in Cosmo. I'll check in cosmology lah. Okay, Control C, Control Shift P inside here and paste. Alright, and then run it, submit. Okay, so seems alright. So remember this one, you see the private text is checking for whether the loop is empty. Okay, so ballot loop should be empty. If you don't want to use the while loop here, right, you just iterate through the items in the loop bag. Item inside the items, right? Then in the end, right, just do a dot clear. Okay, just empty your entire list, right? Okay, so for this one next, right, we will look at question 5. Question 5, exchange inventory for coins. So write a function change coin inventory, takes all the items in my bag for coins, okay, using exchange rate dictionary. Okay, so at the end we'll return the inventory only containing coins. So coins don't need to exchange. Okay. Okay, then so that means at the end I should only have coins. All these things should be gone. Alright. So again, let's copy paste this and put it into Jupyter. Has to be Q5. Q5. Okay, Q5, let's put it in. So this is what we do. So what I do is that we're going to iterate through every item in my bag. Okay, if it's not coin, I will do the conversion. Do conversion, I add it to the coins. Then I'll just do step by step. Okay, so I'll do for item. Okay, let's call it for item in bag in inventory. Okay, if item is not equals to coin, I can do the conversion. Okay, so how to do conversion? So let's call a subtotal value first. So subtotal equals to the number of such items. So I'll do inventory item multiply by the price of each item. So this is using exchange rate dictionary and item. Okay, so once I have that, then I will add this into coins. So I'll do inventory coin equals to plus equals subtotal. Okay, and then don't forget because I've already exchanged all the items, all the, let's say for example this is leather, right? I need to drop the 25 leather all converted coins, right? So I need to drop this to 0. So I can, do I delete? Let me check whether the question is to delete or not. Question don't really care lah, but oh, contain only notes, so I should delete it. Okay, so how to delete? I can't remember how to delete. Okay, never mind. Let's do a live one and just test and see. Okay, maybe let's just take this one here. Okay, it doesn't matter which one we take lah. Okay, let's just take it and test in the new cell. How to delete item? Let's try. I never tried before. So maybe exchange. Let's try delete exchange rate. I don't know whether it works. I'm using some of the conventional one. Does it work? Seems to work. Let's try. Does it work? Yeah, it works. So this is the delete command. Okay, so let's take this guy. So we can delete. So delete inventory item. Okay, let's delete this cell. Okay. So then I think that's about it. Then we can return inventory. Okay, let's so check. Change coin inventory. INV. What's the error now? Oh, inventory not. Oh, change. Change coin my bag. What's the error now? Change coin my bag. Size change during the trade. Size change. Okay, because I'm okay. What I did was that, yeah, this is the same problem just now. So I cannot. This is still counting the items. So let's say originally your inventory has 6 items, right? It's supposed to iterate through 6 times. So dictionary size change during iteration. So for this, maybe what I can do, okay, we don't delete first. We don't delete item. So let's say we don't delete item. We run this right now, right? We should get like that. Okay, so all these items have not been deleted. So what I can do is that we set up a second loop. Okay, we will do okay, so how to do this? I want to delete everything except coin. Can I? I want to mutate, so I'm not going to recast this. What's the best way? If I set to 0, it doesn't work. Coin, let's set 1. Oh, this is live coding. I just didn't really think about this. Okay, let's try this. Let's think about it first. Okay, what should I do? Ladder 25. I still need a way to iterate through. Okay. Oh. What would be the best way? If I set to 0, it will still be there. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm going to do a workaround. Let's try this. Okay, so I'll do, let's start a temporary list first. Temp equals to empty list. Okay, so I will do for key in inventory. I use item lah. For item in inventory, if item is not equals to coin, okay, temp dot append item. Okay, I just print temp to see what we get lah. Print temp. Okay, we get all the items set up, right? Oh, these are ones. Okay, so now I'm going to use this to delete. Okay, so I'll do for item in temp. If item in, okay, don't need to check lah. So just straight away delete. For item in temp, so I just do inventory. Okay, delete inventory item. I think it should work. Okay, it works. Okay, so let's just copy paste this inside. Yep, just make sure everything's okay. So let's remove this one. Okay, so I use it a bit of workaround because I can't think of the time was 1:30 AM. I can't think of it. So what I do is I created a temporary list and then I go through my inventory. If the item is not a coin, I'm gonna append into this temporary list. So later I will iterate through my list. Okay, the items and lists are all the items that need to be deleted away from my inventory. So for item, I just delete inventory item lah. Okay, so I think this will work. And let's check. Control A, Control V. Yeah, actually this test case don't really check for that lah, but I just want to be pedantic about it. Yeah, because this one we just straight call coin. So we actually we set to, actually I think if you really cannot, just set to 0, that's fine. Okay, so this question 5. Okay, I'll jump to question 8 instead, because question 8 and 9 are linked to question 5 here lah. Okay, so 6 and 7 will leave it for the end. Okay, 8, write a function total inventory returns the total number of items inventory. So this one should be quite straightforward lah. Okay, so this question 8. Okay, so be question 8. Okay, Control V. Okay, so this one simple lah. So let's go ahead and sub. Okay, total TT equals to 0. Don't use total because total is already. Okay, total is 0. For item, okay, this one coins as well, right? So for item in inventory, TT plus equals inventory item. Okay, so this will add a number inside. Then return TT. Okay, so let's check this one. Total my bag. Okay, let's see what we get. 108. I think that's correct. Let's paste it in and just check. Should be okay lah. 108. Okay, 108. Yeah, let's see. Submit. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, question 9. Okay, my bag is full. So right now your bag can only contain 46 items, right? And cannot pick up remaining items once it's full. Okay, so for this case, he can only load 4 items because he has 46 items in his bag now. Okay, so modify your function add inventory to so that you only pick up 40 items. Okay, so let's look at okay, let's take our original function. Okay, let's just paste this in first. Control A, Control C. and put it into question 9. So it'll be question 9. Okay, Q9. Okay, but they want us to modify, right? So let's take our add here, this one here. Okay, let's take this and copy paste this over here into the last question here. Okay, so we need to modify this. So here, right, I need to, okay, I'm going to probably rewrite quite a bit of stuff, but let's see. Okay, so I need to check while total items is less than, total inventory is less than 50. So while total inventory is less than 50. Okay. Then I will do this while let items equals to 0. Okay, so I still need this. Can I pop? Okay, I'm gonna rewrite this portion a bit. Okay, I'm just gonna pop the first item. Where are land items? Okay, actually I just do, okay, I modify this. Okay, I can only pop if I still have items to be looted. So this one I need to change to if land items is larger than 0, the whole thing needs to be indented in a bit. Okay, so if land items is equals to 0, right, then I'll just pop item equals, okay, so I pop out one item, I pop out the 0 item, then I add into inventory so this stays. Then if it's empty already, right, so I just will it happen? It will just run nothing it will not trigger anything. Okay, so I don't really need that else statement. Okay, so let's check, make sure everything's correct. I think it should be okay Let's just test and see there's no error first. Then we're going to add into the add inventory. This one is called almost full bag. Kratos loot. Okay, should not have any error. Okay, so let's just test it in cosmology, make sure that we are good, because it's a bit hard to count so I don't want to go and count here. So let's paste it here and see what happens. Okay, then submit. Should still be correct. Okay, so it's fine. So that's okay. Okay, so this is the end of the looting question. Let's move back to question 7. Question 7. We are supposed to, no, question 6. We're supposed to construct puzzle quiz. So a puzzle grid can be located as a represented 2D array. So every row here, you see the yellow color. Somehow my mouse doesn't show on the cursor. I'll show on the screen. So the yellow row 0, 0, 0 is represented over here. Okay, so each row is represented as a list. Okay, so we think about this, right? Inside here, so the red color numbers here, right? The red color zeros are all in the same column. Okay, and then the yellow color one the same row. So it's supposed to write a function puzzle grid row column that returns a 2D array. Okay, so just be careful. This one, right? The rows, right? It represents the number of sublists you're gonna have. Then the column represents the number of items inside each sublist. Okay, so you have to be a bit careful. We just need to test it later We'll see. This is question 7, right? Question 6 after here. Okay, I just gotta put it at the bottom Don't confuse you. B. Okay, so question 7. Okay, so this one. Okay, just revise how to create a new. How to create a new row first. So let's do. So I can do. If I do this, okay, multiply by a number. Okay, I will get this. This is what I want right? Okay, so columns, number of columns. Okay, so what is it? Okay, I need to create. I create a temp list first. So temp. Okay, let's call it grid. Grid equals to empty list. Okay, I need to put in 5. Okay, row number of rows, row number of sublists. Okay, so I iterate through. So for I in range row. Okay, so this will do it n times, row times. Okay, then I'll do temp equals to 0 multiply by column. Okay, so you just print temp and see what you get print temp. Okay, let's just try. Let's do puzzle grid. Okay, we should not try with two numbers that are same, because it will be very confusing It looks the same. let's try row 2 1. Okay, 2 1, this is what you get lah. 2 1 is fine. Okay, so each row will be like that. Okay, then once this is done, right, I just append the temporary grid into the grid lah. So grid dot append are not extend lah. Okay, and then we return the grid. Okay, return grid. Okay, so that's fine. Don't do extend, because extend will just merge everything into one list. Okay, so that's not what we want. Append. Okay, can we do plus? I think we might be able to do plus, right? I don't know, can't remember. Let's try. Control slash grid plus equals temp. Doesn't work. Okay, so we need to do append. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So let's just test this, make sure everything's correct, and put in the cosmology and run it. Control V, submit, and it's still okay. So next one, 7. We need to mutate, right? So 3 by 3 grid, then we provide row and column to mutate. So if in this case I want to mutate row 1, column 1, okay, so I want to mutate this guy here, right? Okay, so the green black 0. Okay, so actually this one is basically just doing index and sub-index. Okay, so this one shouldn't take too long. Actually, I reset answer. Was okay. Reset answer first. Continue. Okay, take the question, Control C, put into here, and then put into here. Question 8. Question 8, right? 7, 8. 7, 8, 9. No, this was 6 just now. Ah, sorry. So this was 6, and then this is 7. Okay, so this one, this one basically is just set grid. Okay, remember the row represents a sub list you want, so this will go in first row, then within the sub list which index you want, so column. Okay, and then equals to value. Okay, and return grid. Okay, let's just test this one. I don't want. Okay, let's test here. Okay, we can print B. We can print B and see what I get. Okay, so yep, that's fine. And then print D. D is a 5-1 grid, so it should be correct. Okay, so let's just take this and then Control C and Control Shift P for me, and then do just 7. Control V. Submit. And we are done. Okay, so that's all for checkpoint 3. Okay, thank you.